This is Nirvana, and in this video I will be doing something that I do all the time, just in my head, but I love sorting people into Harry Potter houses. Ever since I read Harry Potter in the second grade, Harry Potter has been very integral to my being, and I noticed that whenever I meet someone, I immediately try to sort them into their house. So in this video, what I'll be doing is sorting the Disney princesses in their respective houses. I am someone who loves Disney. Specifically, I love dressing up as various Disney characters, as you can see from my Instagram and all of my Disney bounds. But I also love discussing Disney characters and specifically Disney princesses. I feel like a lot of them get a bad rap, specifically the ones from the golden age of Disney, like Cinderella and Aurora and Snow White. But that's neither here nor there. I still want to sort all of the Disney princesses into their respective houses. How I will be approaching sorting the Disney princesses into their fellow houses is I, one, use the multiple adjectives that are used to describe each of the houses, and if you don't know what they are, I will go over them right now. Courage, bravery, nerve, and chivalry are the four adjectives used to most often describe Gryffindor. For Hufflepuff, it is hard work, patience, justice, and loyalty. Loyalty will be a big adjective for all of our Disney princesses because they all are very fiercely loyal, so it was very hard to not sort everyone into Hufflepuff. Next is Ravenclaw. They are intelligent, they love learning, and they're witty. And last but certainly not least, my house, Slytherin. It is ambition, cunning, leadership, and resourceful are the four adjectives used to describe Slytherin. Oh my god, I love Slytherin so much. I am a proud Slytherin. Even though most people say they're the evil house, they clearly have not read the books and seen the movies and actually understand what the houses are, but that's a whole other rant. Also, what I used, besides just the adjectives, because that's not very thorough, I used this page on Pottermore where they go into the specifics of each house, and it's actually the algorithm they use when they are sorting people on their own website. So now that you know how I am approaching this, without further ado, let's get started. To begin with Snow White, she is someone that is unbelievably hardworking, very patient with the people that are around her. She is loyal beyond belief, and a big part of this house is that they want to help build a very homey environment for their fellow friends and family, because that's just who they are. They really want everyone to feel welcome. And what better way to describe Snow White? She helped make the Seven Dwarfs' house a home, someplace that they can enjoy going back to and help better than other people, like washing their hands, doing the dishes, and that sort of thing. For this reason, I put Snow White in the house of Hufflepuff. Next is Cinderella. Cinderella is a very, very loyal person, and she's very friendly to all of her little mousy friends, and she never lets the hardships around her, like her evil stepmother and stepsisters, to make her become mean. At the core of her being is a very gentle heart, and that sort of gentleness and kindness is what makes her a part of this house, 100%. Also, not to leave out the most important part, is that she is an unbelievable hard worker. Yes, it is love that ended up taking her out of the evil stepmother's grasp, but she did work incredibly hard on that house. She worked really hard on that dress, and she just, I don't know, she's so nice. She's so nice. She's a hard worker. She's patient. I don't know, she's just really cool. And for all of those reasons, in my tiny little tangent there, she is a Hufflepuff. Our next Disney princess is Aurora. Aurora is another one of those golden age Disney princesses. She treats everyone with kindness. She is incredibly friendly. She is loyal. She is hardworking. She is everything that a princess should be. And for that reason, I also sort her for Hufflepuff. Our next Disney princess is Ariel. I promise, even though I've done 3 Hufflepuffs in a row, this next one will not be Hufflepuff. I saw online that there was a lot of different houses that Ariel was sorted into, which I guess just goes to show how complex of a character she is. It's really hard to sort her into any one house. But I feel like if I could describe Ariel in one word, it would probably be that she is curious. I mean, she has a whole entire song, Part of Your World, going into depth about that curiosity. She just wants to learn more. And at the core of this house is this sense of learning and curiosity and just wanting to know more and more about the people and things around you and how the world works. So for that reason, I put Ariel into Ravenclaw. The next Disney princess is Belle. I feel like Belle is a little obvious. I mean, what's her favorite thing to do of all time? Reading. That's a very this house thing to do. So I'm really not gonna go that much into it, but she is quite literally all 3 of these adjectives. She is intelligent, she loves learning, and she's very witty. So Belle is obviously a part of the Ravenclaw house. I mean, she's literally wearing blue, so. Next is Jasmine. Jasmine was another one of the Disney princesses that when I was doing research online, I saw many different houses for her. I think I saw her in all 4 houses at some point or another, which again goes to show just how complex of a character she is. Though I feel like her biggest trait is her sense of justice and knowing what's right. She 100% will fight for what she believes in. And throughout the movie, she just doesn't want a man to dictate her future. So she is very outright about that belief, and she is willing to confront everybody who dares stand in her way and dictate her future. So because she's so forthright and because she's so ambitious with her goal, because she's trying to change a law that has been there for decades, centuries, a long time, she works incredibly hard in trying to pursue this ambition of hers, which is another adjective of this house, ambition. She's very cunning, she's resourceful as heck. I mean, she's willing to think on the fly, and when she did that, she saved pretty much all of Agrabah, so I believe she is 100% a Slytherin. I'm very excited because I love Jasmine and Slytherin's my house, so I mean, it's like the stars have aligned. Next is Pocahontas. Pocahontas is another Disney princess that I saw many different houses for her online, but I feel like if I could describe her in one word, it would be curious. I mean, everyone else in her tribe, they are curious, but they stay away because they fear danger. But for Pocahontas, she goes out of her way to learn more, and she meets with John Smith, who, for all she knows, could be a very, very dangerous man, but she still is in search for knowledge. And for this house, that is 100% what a person of this house would do. So, Pocahontas loves learning. She's very witty, and something I noticed that Pocahontas does that not a lot of Disney princesses or Disney characters do, she spends a lot of time thinking and contemplating things. I mean, it makes sense because this is a very dangerous situation that she's in, and it means that she would have to betray her tribe, but she still does it anyway. But it takes a lot of contemplation and a lot of going back and forth between her decision. But even when it comes down to making her decision, she makes it very, yes, it's very fast, but it's certainly with thought behind it. So, for that reason, I believe that Pocahontas is a Ravenclaw. Sorry, Ravenclaw. I keep flapping away. I don't know why. I promise, guys, that there are some Gryffindors in there. I just haven't reached them yet. So, yeah. So to move on to the next one. Next is Mulan. I feel like this one is a little obvious. I mean, she is incredibly brave, but I feel like what makes her and stands out from the other very brave soldiers that she's with is her resourcefulness. I mean, she wouldn't have killed all those Huns, or most of the Huns, if it hadn't been for her very quick thinking and very smart thinking of causing an avalanche. And how she eventually defeats the Huns is with her little fan, which is again showing her resourcefulness. Mulan is incredibly ambitious. I mean, to dress up like a man and join the army in place of your father is a very ambitious goal, but she does it anyway because it's what she believes in. So for all of those reasons, I believe that Mulan is actually a Slytherin, not a Gryffindor, as a lot of people online were saying, but you know, I believe she's a Slytherin, so whatever. It's my video, so I can do what I want. Next is Tiana. I absolutely love Tiana, and I feel like not enough people talk about Tiana specifically, but also the whole movie of The Princess and the Frog. She is, I can't say this enough, amazing. She's just so cool. She is so determined. She is so incredibly hardworking. Yes, she has a very ambitious goal, but she certainly has the ambition to achieve it. Oh my God, she's so cool. I absolutely love her, and I feel like her house is very obvious because she just hits all of the marks 1,000 times over. She's just so cool. Anywho, I know I'm rambling, but Tiana is just amazing, and I feel like not enough people talk about her. Yeah, she's awesome. But anywho, to sort her into her house is Slytherin, 100%. 100%. Nothing else. Next is Rapunzel. She is another one of those Disney princesses that could really honestly be sorted into all of the houses, but I feel like if I could say one thing about her is that her goal throughout the whole entire movie is to find out more. It is in search of knowledge. Yes, it is in search for the knowledge of the light, but I also feel like it goes deeper than that. Even though she never outright says it, I feel like when she leaves the tower, it is to find more about herself. Because deep down, she feels like something's off and something's not right. And that knowledge and self-reflection is what allows her to learn more about herself and learn more about the lights and learn more about everything. So at her core, she just loves learning and she's very curious. Another aspect of this house that isn't exactly well known is that they want to help make their group of friends feel at home, and how this house approaches it is by helping their group of friends pursue their goals. There's a whole entire song in Tangled about that very thing. I have a dream. Maybe you heard of it, maybe you haven't, I don't know. Anyhow. Even though Rapunzel doesn't outright help them pursue their dreams, she does help them realize that it's okay to have dreams. And I feel like that's pretty much the same thing because they're all super tough guys. And for them to take a second to actually talk about their dreams is something very this house of her. And the house that I feel that Rapunzel is a part of is Ravenclaw. Next is Merida. I only have one question. What is the name of her movie? Yeah, she's a Gryffindor. Now moving on to Moana. Moana was very hard, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, she fits into all four of the houses very easily, but obviously this whole video is me sorting them into one house, not four. So the reason I chose Moana to fit into this house is because of two distinct features of her, but also of the house. Is she's very courageous, but she's also extremely reckless. I mean, her heart is 100% in the right place. She just wants to help her family and her people. She just wants to return the heart of Te-Fiti and just restore order. But she really is reckless about it. I mean, she doesn't know how to wayfind at all. And it takes Maui having to teach her how to wayfind for her to, I guess, know how to use a canoe properly. So, like I said, heart 100% in the right place, and she's incredibly selfless about it. But at the same time, she is so reckless about it. And for both of those reasons, she is 100% a Gryffindor. Next is Anna. I forgot to mention this with Moana, but technically Moana, Anna, and Elsa are not Disney princesses. They all have not been coronated yet. However, it was announced a few weeks ago that Anna and Elsa will officially become Disney princesses once the coronavirus is over and they can do a whole coronation. Nothing is in the works for Moana yet, but I mean, I'm sure it's coming. She's amazing, so there's no way they could leave her out. But anyway, to move on to Anna. If I had to define Anna in one word, it would be loyal. She is so loyal to her sister, to her friends, her family, to the people of Arendelle. Because Anna is so fiercely loyal, that means that the people around her depend on her a lot, even if they don't realize it. I mean, Elsa doesn't realize how much she needs her sister until her sister sacrifices herself for her. I could have easily put Anna into Gryffindor. I know, it's a spoiler alert. She's not in Gryffindor. But I feel like all of her courage and bravery stems from her loyalty. The motivation behind Anna's very brave acts is not for the better of her people, per se. I mean, it sort of is in Frozen 2, but it is more for the loyalty of her sister. And because that change in motivation behind her brave act, I would have to put Anna into Hufflepuff. Last, but certainly not least, is Elsa. Elsa, I believe, is pretty self-explanatory in terms of sorting her into her house. This house is very resourceful. She goes up to the North Mountain completely by herself with nothing but her powers, and yet she's able to build this humongous castle and her own outfit and that sort of thing. So she, yes, is incredibly resourceful. She has incredible leadership ability. She's one of only 2 queens on this list. It's sort of confusing in my opinion because both Anna and Elsa are queens, but they're now being coronated to be a Disney princess. Did Disney wait until they were both queens just to knock them down a level? Conspiracy, maybe a little. This house can be by themselves a lot. They're able to take solace in their own thoughts and feelings in complete solitude. They don't need to be surrounded by a ton of people. So in that way, and in all the other ways that I said before, I 100% believe that Elsa is a Slytherin. So that is the end of my video. Our grand total is Gryffindor has 2, Hufflepuff has 4, Ravenclaw has 4, and Slytherin has 4. I could have easily put everyone into Hufflepuff and Gryffindor because all of them are very brave and all of them are very selfless, and a lot of them are very, very gentle and soft and really amazing. But I wanted to go even more in depth with their characters. I feel like all of them need to have those 2 traits because they are a Disney princess, and princesses need to be selfless, otherwise they can't lead properly, and they also need to be brave and assertive in what they believe. Otherwise, they'll just get walked all over. If you guys like my Disney bound, I have a whole Instagram just dedicated to me Disney bounding. It is MagicalWorldOfNirvana, and there's a link of it down in the description. Like if you haven't already, subscribe also. And if you have subscribed, please hit the bell notification. Otherwise, you will get no notifications when my videos come out. And I'm sure you guys would like to know when they come out. Otherwise, they will just be launched into the void. And we don't want that to happen. Thank you so much for joining me on this wonderful adventure of sorting Disney princesses into their Harry Potter houses. Thank you guys so much and have a wonderful day. See you later, Gator.